Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I am Leslie Joseph, the CEO of Azalea Academy of Higher Learning Limited, and welcome back to another one of our CSEC mathematics video. In today's class, we are going to be doing some past paper questions with regards to factorizing algebraic expressions. I am so excited for this because over the past few weeks, you guys have been looking at how to do it. So this is really going to put together everything you've learned and challenge you to go a step further. Again, if you want to be able, what I'll do is that, let me just switch my slide. Okay, so these are all the questions combined. And what I'd like you to do to really push yourself and challenge yourself is try them. Before you continue with the rest of this video, try them first. And then, so pause the video, go do it, and come back, and then start the video, and you'll see the solutions, okay? So at this point in time, I'm gonna start with a number one. And number one comes from the May-June paper 2 2022 exam, which was just a couple months ago, all the way in 2023, right? And let's look at the question. So it tells us to factorize completely the following quadratic expression: 5x squared minus 9x plus 4. And then hence solve the following equation: 5x squared minus 9x plus 4. Now, according to our rules, right? According to the rules that I gave you in the previous video, this question is already in the form ax plus bx plus c, right? So all we need to know is step one. Okay, great. So number one, A. So we want to know the values for A. So AX, A would be 5. And then our values for B would be 9. And then our value for C would be 4. Right? Okay. So now that we know this, what we have to do is we have to find the pairs that when you add, it will give 9, and when you subtract, when you multiply, it will give you 4. So that's the next step, right? All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down and then I'm gonna explain. So I have my solutions right here, and I'm gonna write it down and then I'm gonna explain it all together. So the pair that we're gonna use is actually gonna be plus 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 1 plus 4 minus 1 minus 4. Okay, so we are at an impasse. Here we have plus 2 and plus 2. Now, of course, 2 plus 2 is 4. And remember, we're looking at the factors of 4 that when combined would give us 9. However, none of this when we add it would actually give us 9. So what do? Very simple. We look for the lowest common multiple of 4. Then we break that up into a pair that when subtracted or added would give us 9. So let's see. Okay, so that number is 20. And when we list the factors of 20, we get 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 2 plus 10 minus 5 minus 4 minus 2 minus 10. So we can't use this because even if we add these two together, we would not get 9. Guys, I'm really sorry about this. My video has been glitching for a bit now, right? So if you see at one point in time my page just changes colors, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm working on getting a new laptop to be able to set up much better. So I do apologize in advance. All right, okay, moving on. -2 plus -10 will give us -12. However, 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. So then this is the pair we are going to use. And now we're going to rewrite our equation. So we have oh, sorry. Because if you realize I make so much mistakes in my videos, like I promise you, I would have the correct thing. I would do it correctly when I'm teaching my students. And I don't know, when it comes to the videos, I just get so nervous, especially when the camera is on. I just like get so nervous because I start thinking about like all the people that's gonna watch this video. And I try to do it perfect. And then because my mind wanders of thinking about who's gonna see this video, I just automatically do the wrong thing. And that's sometimes that's why I rely so heavily on the notes that I have to make sure I'm doing correct. And I guess I'm saying this because I want you to know that we are all human beings. We will always make mistakes. And when we're trying to put our best foot forward, sometimes that's when we end up falling. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That is perfectly okay. So as long as you catch your mistake in time and you're able to correct it, yeah. Okay, so we're actually going to go the negative here because -5 multiplied by -4 will give us 20, right? And we're going to have -5x minus 4x plus 4, right? And now what we're going to do, we're going to break these off like this. And then there's an additional step. We're going to factorize each of this. Now, to factorize basically means that we have to find the common factor of both, right? So common factor here is 5x. And then the common factor here would be 4. So x into x squared will give us x squared, right? So x into x1. 5 into 5 is 1, and 5 into 5 is 1. So our answer, when we put our answer here, it would be 5x. So we take what is our denominator and put it outside of the bracket because this is our divisor, so then it will become our multiplier. Then we put x minus 1. And then we have 4 into 4 is 1. And again, a 1 here. We take our divider and we multiply by what is remaining in the bracket. So it's x plus 1. And we simply group these. So we just take out, we can factorize again. So how we would group it and know which group is which, we just simply factorize again, right? So what is common in this and what is common in this? So this is x, right? Minus 1. So x into x is 1, x into x is 1, x into x is 1. And we're also going to do x because we want to have the same denominator throughout. X into x is 1, minus 1 divided by minus 1 is going to give us minus 1. Something to note here, this minus divided by a plus is going to give us a minus. So this cancels out, right? So now we have our two groupings would be minus so our groupings would be 5x minus 4, right? And our divider, which is what we use, x minus 1. And I can write it the other way, it doesn't matter. Or 4, sorry. Looks like I'm having a senior citizen moment, guys. I'm really having a senior citizens moment. So you have this way, x minus 1 multiplied by 5x minus 4. And here is our final answer for part E. Now for B, they want us to solve 5x squared minus 9x plus 4. We've already factorized it and gotten this answer. So you know what we're going to do is simply put it equal to 0. So if x minus 1 is equal to 0, right? So x minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. And you have x is equal to 1, right? And then we have 5x minus 4. So I'm just going to put a little separation. Yeah, so you can see the difference. Then we have 5x minus 4 is equal to 0. So we have 5x minus 4 plus 4 is equal to 0 plus 4. And yes, that's a 4. So we have 5x is equal to 4. All right. And now we divide 5x by 5. Remember for this, all that you do on the right side of the equal sign, you also needed to do it on the left. All right. 5 into 5, 1. 5 into 5, 1. This cancels out. So you get x is equal to 4/5. And you don't need to you don't need to convert it to a mixed number unless they ask you to. And this is your solution for number 1. So I don't want this video to be too long. So I'm actually going to break this up into 2 parts. We're going to do number 2 next. All right, we're going to do number 2 next. And after we do number 2, the other questions, we're going to do it for next week, right? We're going to leave it for next week, and I'm going to give you a chance to solve these questions on your own. As always, you are free to message me or email me your responses. I promise you, I will go through it, and I will correct it, and I will give feedback. That option for a WhatsApp group, for those who watch my videos and are doing the work and need feedback, is still open, right? I haven't checked the responses on the Google Forms, but I will look into it probably from next week. I've got some things going on that I need to take care of this week, and I'll get to that next week. So I will put the link to the Google form back in the description box, and I will also that will be for both English and for math. And also I would put a link to these solutions, right, into a Google Drive link that you can go and you can download it and you can print it out and have it there for when you're doing revision. Okay, so let's see. This is from January 2021, and these are all paper 2 questions. As soon as we're done with these paper 2 questions, we will actually do some multiple choice questions, and then we'll move on to functions and relations. I'm more focusing on section 2 questions for these videos, and I'm more concentrating on my CSEC students who are going to need that extra support during this time. And I'm not talking about the students that I'm currently teaching, but to each and every one of you who are writing CSEC, that you look at these videos and you get any value from these videos. You guys are my students too, and that's why I've created an open door policy where I can be able to correct your work and give you feedback, because I really want to help. I know how stressful it can be, and not everyone can always afford a lessons teacher or afford a private tutor. And I still want to be able to help those who cannot afford that. Okay? Okay, so let's look at this question. It's very interesting. Now, in the last video, I told you that any equation that had a squared is also a quadratic equation. And that is true. However, the way in which we solve this equation is going to be kind of different. So you remember in this part, when we got to this point, we first had this step to do to be able to break this into two parts. Well, for this state, because it's not in this form and there is no C value, we're just going to go directly to this step. If there is a C, if there is a value for our C, then we could have done this step, but this step is completely unnecessary. So if we had to check our values for A would be equal to 12, and then B would be equal to 4. But if you realize we have no C, so we go directly to the next step. I'm going to just rewrite it here. So we have 12n squared minus 4mn. And we are going to look what are the factors of 12n squared. So the factors of 12n squared, believe it or not, right? To be able to find that, we expand this. Yeah, it's that simple. So how do we expand it? 12 multiplied by n multiplied by n minus 4 multiplied by m multiplied by m. And we expand it fixed. So that is something that we do different that we don't do here, right? Okay, so after we expand it, we want to find the HCF in terms of what could go into 12 and 4. So we're looking at the factors. So what is the highest common factor between 12 and 4? If you've reached this far in the video, pause the video and comment down below what you think the highest common factor of 12 and 4 is. Please interact with the video. Please, please, please. Right? It helps. It helps with YouTube algorithm. It helps the Facebook algorithm for my videos to show up so that more people can see it, more students can see it, right? So by commenting, by liking, by sharing, by subscribing, all of these things help because it tells YouTube and Facebook, hey, these videos are important, so we need to push more of these videos and show it to more people who are searching for these kinds of things. And that's why I need your help to do that, right? And that would encourage me as well to know that there are actually people looking at my videos and I'm not just sitting here talking to a camera, right? So comment down below, what is the HCF of 4? And I'm gonna wait. Okay, done? Okay, thank you. I really appreciate you helping me out like that. So the HCF of 12 and 4 is, as you rightly guessed it, 4. So now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna divide by 4. But wait, we have found out the numerical HCF. There's another HCF we need to look at. Let's look at the expanded version here. Here, oh, let's see, I made a next mistake. Okay, I'm gonna erase this. So this is supposed to be n. So what is common in 12n and 4mn? N. So we have another thing to factorize, and the highest common factor between n squared and mn is n. So our HCF for these terms is n, or n, or we could rewrite it as 4 multiplied by n, 4 multiplied by n. This is in its condensed version, right? And this is expanded. I prefer to write it in its expanded vision, because look at this. Look how easy. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Just like that. And now 4 into 12 is how much? So again, pause the video, comment down below and tell me what's 12 divided by 4. Got it? Great. Yes, 12 divided by 4 is 3. And then, of course, 4 into 4 is 1. Guys, you see your timetables is coming handy here. You wouldn't believe I hated learning my timetables. So now we're going to condense this. So we have 3n, right? And this is going to be in brackets minus 4m. So everything that's on the numerator is going in your brackets. And the common factor that you used for your denominator is going outside of the brackets. And this is your final answer. Okay, so I want to show you one last thing before I end the video, right? How do we know if this answer is correct? How do we know if the answer we have here is correct? Now, that's a very important thing to note during the exam, right? Because you want to try to finish your paper in like 2 hours. You have 2 hours and 30 minutes for maths paper 2, and you want to try to finish your paper in 2 hours. So because you want to finish your paper in 2 hours, what you really need to do is, what you need to do is be able to correct your own work and be sure your answers are correct. And that's something I'm going to teach you in the videos when we're focusing on past paper questions. So all we have to do to know if this is correct is bring it back to this version. Now, if we get this as our final answer, when we simplify this, then we know it's the correct answer. Let's see. So you have 4n by 3n minus 4m. Okay, so we're going to multiply by this, and then we're going to multiply by this. So remember, this is positive 4n. So, and this is positive 3n. This will act as negative 4n. So 4n by 3n is going to give you n by n is n squared. And then 4n multiplied by negative 4m, right, is going to give you, sorry, not, I made a mistake again. Okay, so I'm really trying my best to get accustomed to being on video and teaching. And I'm really feeling as though at this point in time, it's going to take me some work to be able to get to that point where I'm comfortable. Because I'm a bookworm. I'm accustomed to hiding in my corner and just having my work. So it's not for them, right? And this is the importance of doing this. I try to make my mistakes into teachable moments, but I'm really embarrassed. This is the reason we do this. So especially in the exam, because we got up to this point correct. And when we got here, it was raw. So when we did this, we were able to see, wait a minute. We have 4 by m by n, and then when it cancels out, we have just m alone. So then here it's supposed to be m. So it's supposed to be, and our answer is 4m. So this is a perfect example of why you should always ensure your answer is correct. As for this, I will leave you guys to comment down below, because I think it's about time I end the video as my nerves is getting the better of me. I will leave you guys. Comment down below what it is you did to see if this answer is correct. Let me know if my answer is correct. You're correct in my book now. Yeah, I think that would work out best. I think. Okay, so before you go, again, I'm asking for your help. I'm really asking for your help. It would mean so much if you guys would like this video on YouTube and on Facebook. That's the 2 platforms I'm operating on right now. Like this video on YouTube and on Facebook. comment on it on YouTube and on Facebook. If you commented on Facebook, just copy and paste whatever you commented into YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Follow my page on Facebook, right? And interact with the video. Again, I'm going to put the Google link to these solutions in the description, both on Facebook and on YouTube. I'm going to put a link to the form where you can submit your numbers and your names and your homework questions. This is free of charge. You are not going to be charged anything for this, right? This is me just trying to help. So you have a homework question and you're getting problems with it, submit it into the group. If I can answer directly in the group, I will. If not, I'll take a list of it and I'll create a video and go through it and then share that in the group. The same goes for English. I'm just trying to help. So help me to help you by giving me feedback that I need to know what you need from me. Okay? And thank you once again for supporting me. Thank you once again for being so patient when I make mistakes because of nervousness. I am really doing my best to be consistent, not just with posting the videos, because I've tried to do this since 2020 and I keep starting and stopping, and I'm really trying to be consistent. And I'm also trying to not be so nervous and learn how to be on camera as well. So thank you once again for watching my videos. And if you need to get in contact with me, my number is, let me write it somewhere here. If you need to get in contact with me, you can always send me a WhatsApp message. 1-868-472-8049. I'm available between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. because I have classes running from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. on weekdays. Okay, so thank you once again and have a good day. Take care. Look out for the English video later today. Bye. Oh, before I go, I should start at least writing down what I want to say. Even though it's not scripted, I should at least write down what I want to say. I really apologize for not posting any videos for English last week, Tuesday. I have some stuff going on, really, that I will share with you guys really, really soon because it's concerning the school, it's concerning teaching, it's concerning a lot of things. I'm going to come out with a story time sometime next month. All right, sometime next month, I'm going to come out with a story time and I'm actually going to roll out the plan of this year with regards to the YouTube channel, with regards to the Facebook page, with regards to my services, how you can get access to me one-on-one to help you to, more in depth. Okay, and you're going to get another video, which is for the English video, what you were supposed to get last week, to make up for not being able to do last week, and you're still gonna get a video this Tuesday. I don't have a set time for posting as yet. I will try to create one by March, but for now, let's go with Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that's it. Bye, everyone. Have a blessed day. Take care.